Hey there, everybody! Welcome back. How's it going there, Andy the Farmer, Mr. Jers53 UK? Welcome in, and anybody else out there lurking. Hopefully, you guys all had a great day so far. Oh, Andy! Wow, Andy the Farmer, thank you very much for the 70 stream streak. And there he is, Mr. Shawnee, coming in with a megafart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, just wait for that. There we go. Okay. Now, was that actually you or me? I'm not quite sure. I just had a go at Kiev and my belly's a little bit bloated. And hello, Mr. Shawnee over on YouTube, by the way. Hello. So, yes, we're back to Astral Colony. We've got a few things going on. So, first things first, Stargate 3 is now officially fully complete. Obviously, tech-wise, yeah, it was around about an hour after the stream yesterday. Got enough tech to unlock Stargate 3. Now, one thing I will say is you do need a little bit of resources. Not many, but a little bit. Which we'll get into in just a sec. So, yeah, obviously I had this running for literally about half an hour and it's built. It's like, oh, geez, how quick? It's very fast once you've got the resources in here. So, obviously yesterday we sort of left off, we gone through... Do you need wheat? No, I've got plenty of... Actually, I could do with a little bit of grain if you've got any spare PJ. Now you're doing... If you guys are not following PJ Trep23, make sure to click on her link. Give her a follow. She is a great content creator. Loves farm sim a little bit too much, I think. Especially with the amount of mods that she has. But yeah, definitely go over and check her out, guys. And how you doing, by the way? Oh, excuse me. So, obviously yesterday I was going on about defences and such. And oh my goodness, gracious me, Shawnee, thank you for the 105 stream streak. Holy cripes. Wow, I'm sure it should be a lot more than that, but you know what Twitch is like, it tends to reset. But yeah, thank you very, very much for that. So, I'm doing great and I'm sounding rough. That's just my typical voice. Oh, here we go. Mr. Shawnee with the chicken dance. Oh, can I? I need to set up a proper button for the emotes for doing this part. Yes, get some nice chickens going and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you very much for the chicken dance and the 50 bits. Much appreciated. So, but yeah, hopefully you all had a great day. But yeah, not sure why I sound rough. Maybe... yeah, I've got a little bit of a tickly cough, but also I've got my coffee there. Hopefully that will keep it at bay. But yeah, I literally just finished my dinner and kind of hit go live. So yeah, rushing around. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, where were we? So yeah, at the end of the last stream yesterday, obviously I was going on about defenses. So I have actually gone through, as you can see, I've got some shields on this side. I've got shields on this side. So basically every side has now a shield right in the center. I've got a few of the storm harvesters around, obviously one on each corner, plus obviously two on top right there that you can... Oh, sorry. Oh, I shouldn't gun things, I swear. Yes, bit of a rushy day today. But yeah, storm harvesters there. I think for the minute we should be fine on the defenses against comets, asteroids, storms and stuff. So yes, but overall things are doing well. I do need to get down to that little planet there to see if there's anything else to get harvested. Same over here, or mine should say. There's a few drones shutting down, but yes, Stargate 3 is now officially fully built. I've just got to get it powered up, so I'll get them sorted now. So obviously I've got the advanced energy transmitters here, so we've got to point that over there. I've got them set to full, so yes, these shouldn't take too long. We'll do 2. Did I not do that one properly? Lock on. There we go. No, I didn't. So yeah, that shouldn't take too long to power this up, and then we can get into Dimension 4, guys. But hey, Farmer Marks, by the way, how you doing, Mr. Hectate? Yeah, if you're not following Mr. Farmer Marks, make sure to click on this link, give him a follow. He's doing Astral Colony, he's doing Star Rupture, he does Farm Sim, another game. So yeah, definitely go over, click on that link and give them a follow. So while this is just powering up quickly, it shouldn't take too long. Once it's ready, we should be able to get into the Dimension 4 finally. But yes, there's I've had a bit of a rummage around, shall we say, and found something I've been kind of looking for quite some time. So for those who remember when I was building my first base, obviously I went through, used all the belts initially to take stuff up, then I ripped it all down and used the which column? The these things, the pipes. Now, one of the biggest issues with these pipes are, obviously, if you have two side by side, they kind of all interlink with each other like this, and it's really annoying. So the way I kind of set things up, I had one forward, one back, to keep them separate. Last night, and Farm Marks can confirm this, I actually went through some of these other things. I was trying to find something, but I came into the functions and I was thinking, oh, what the heck's all this here? We've got that, okay, I have no idea. And then I clicked on this for a moment, and I actually read the description. The separator is splitting electric cables, water pipes, signal cables, gas pipes, and transport tubes. And that kind of got me thinking, hang on a minute. Does that separate it? So it's like two separates rather than two all combined. So I came in and did exactly what I'm doing right now. If I can get it. And yes, it does. So obviously, we can actually have pipes side by side, separate so they're not all intermixing. So yay, found a thing. But yeah, this works with obviously your gas pipes. You've got put a little row here, actually two rows, so they all intermingle. We could do cables, we could do water pipes, the whole lot, actually. So, as you can see, they all kind of interlock with each other. But using these allows you to separate them all into individual lines. It's like, oh my god, finally found it. Obviously, no, I think it was Dead Soul mentioned about a wall piece or a floor piece that separated them. Obviously, I went through literally this whole menu right here, tried every single one. I went through all the wall pieces, tried every single one. I even tried blocks, and yeah, nothing seemed to work. And yeah, obviously I didn't get down to the functions. It's literally two right here. You got one that's a floor piece, one is a wall piece. So he was right. So if it was you, Dead Soul, if you can remember back, what, a week or two ago, you did mention it, but you couldn't remember where it was or whatever it was. But yeah, big huge thanks to that. And yeah, I finally found what I needed. So yeah, I've already gone through some of my pipes and such, or should say the these things, the pipes, isn't they? And already gone through, sorted some of them out. There's a few I still need to do, but yes, that is kind of cool. So yeah, if you're ever using those pipes and you find that they just get all interlocked, just go into obviously the menu there, go down to function, and you got them right on the end. I'm not quite sure what these guys are for yet, but I'm still going to work on figuring things out along the way. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're almost at Dimension... Well, we're pretty much heading to Dimension 4 in a minute. And I'm only just realizing that that was even there. Oh, jeez. Right, so, yes. But yeah, oh, actually, how's that doing? Let's have a little look. And maybe my power is a little bit low, so... it's getting there, it's getting there. Okay. Yes, it needs a lot of power to do this bit, so bear that in mind. Out of interest... Yes, a lot of power. Holy cripes. Oh, wow, okay. But yeah, we'll get back to this in just a minute. So, obviously, for those who can remember, obviously this whole area was just all belts. Obviously, I've now taken them up above, and they've all got pipes, and they'll be separated, going to where they need to. The other one I've got here really is obviously the grains coming out of there. and the wood coming from this one here, which is all now going downstairs. As you can see, all those what you call the saws things. I wish I could remember the freaking names. Circular saws. Obviously, I had a lot of circular saws here. I had the manufacturers did all those purple discs. Yeah, that's all gone. I've actually relocated it downstairs. What I did do, because obviously finding that with the separator there, I did go through my little double decker here junction and changed it to the higher tier belts first of all, plus the highest tier pipe as well. So that's the expert pipe for transporting. So yes, and it looks a lot neater and tidier than it was before, in my opinion. Do it this way. If I'd known that they were there, those little dividers, I would have set it up this way before. Makes life so much easier, and you got a lot of space there. To be honest, with a little bit of jiggery pokery, you could probably even set up sawmill, the circular saws in here, and maybe some additional bits and pieces. I'd have to go through on the blueprint and set up a new... I'll probably do a duplicate and set up a new one for you and have a little look, Farmer Marks. But yeah, obviously, one of the things I did do for Mr. Farmer Marks... Oops, I went into the wrong one. I went into the little tunnel, created a second version for him. And obviously, it's got the saws right there. You got the manufacturers right there. I'm not quite... I'll have to have a look and play around, see what we can get done. But I'm guessing I could potentially get 4 of each. Maybe. Set up on the double decker. So in here. So yeah, this is obviously how it looked originally. You've got all the belts coming down. Nice and neat. Or as neat as I could get them anyway. But yeah, if I went through, set them up with those pipes. Now the thing is... Another thing I have is when setting up these blueprints, if anybody did want them, would or could I go to the highest belt? But then the problem is, have those other people got those higher tier belts? This is why I've kind of been restricting myself to like those the lower and medium belts. So I've been doing like this one, but primarily the pro. But yeah, could I go into doing the expert one, and will that allow people to use that as well, or would they have to wait a while to get it unlocked? So it's kind of like, where do I go? Do I stay with the pro on that, and maybe just the normal blue one on that? Because yeah, I have no idea what people have unlocked on their gameplay. But yeah, well, I'll have to have a think of it there. So yeah, should need more sawmills. Cool. Oh, it looks like we're being overtaken. What is it? Storm? I'm guessing so. But yes, it definitely works. I'll say that. Hey there, Mr. Dead. Oh, Mr. Deadso. I think it was you a few weeks ago mentioned about there being like a wall piece or a floor piece that kept the pipe separate, but couldn't think of where it was. Obviously, like I said, I went through the whole lot and couldn't find anything. Well, I found them. So, for your own reference, if you actually go into function, you have these two right here. There's a separator floor and a separator wall. So you were right. But I thought they would be in amongst this, but yeah, they're actually in the functions thing. So, yes. You can literally use them on these pipes, you can use them on water pipes, you can use them on the gas pipes, electric cables, stuff like that. Anything that kind of interlocks with each other, you can use them. So yeah, I've been going through and redoing all of my pipes and such. So yes, big huge thank you for that. It's kind of interesting learning some of these things. But yes, where are we? How are we doing? It looks like we're fully charged. But yeah, I want to show you what I've been up to last night and today. So obviously this has changed a little bit. I've now upgraded all the belts here. I haven't quite got all of them over here fully done yet, just to keep the products running. But I've literally gone through and tidied this whole thing up. They're all now lined up how I wanted them originally. And obviously all the upper tier pipes there. There is more room as well for more materials if needed. But one of the things I do want to do is copy these little displays here upstairs where they come back out. But yeah, it is cool. I love it. This is kind of how I wanted it originally. I really did. But obviously where it wasn't quite working out and I didn't even know about those that they're in there already, I ended up having all these staggered and yeah, looking horrible. But yay, things are finally coming together. So yeah, that is sorted. Obviously I've been working upstairs on level 1 this afternoon. I'm going through and now connecting up all the belts on this end. Now that that's all sorted out, I need this one here to actually go into that line there. So it's going to be a little bit overlapping. I was kind of hoping to keep them neat and tidy and stuff, but yeah, it didn't quite work out fully for me. But oh well. And hello, Mr. Dead Soul over on YouTube. Hello. So yeah, this is one of the jobs I'm going to be doing in a little while, carrying on with. But the nice thing is we've got loads of products coming in, being made, which is great. One thing I did notice, I do need to get some more mercury sorted out, but I'll have a look on what I've got in storage. If I've got plenty at the minute, I may just leave that for a little while. I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of cobalt coming in at the minute. I've got tons of carbon. I swear I've got too much carbon coming in. Copper and carbon is the two things I do not have a lacking of at the minute. Now obviously where I cleaned up upstairs where the workers are, I moved the sawmills and everything down to here. So with what I'm outputting upstairs, this pipe has not stopped since installing it. It's literally going. That's how much wood I am getting. These are being split into 16 of those circular saws to make obviously the planks, which are then going into 4 of the the expert manufacturers to make those polymers. And just since last night, and putting this here, I have made nearly 4,000 polymers. That's how crazy it's gone. And I've only literally run the game a few hours. Last night, a few hours a day. Plus a little bit that was left over from yesterday. But yeah, that is definitely worth doing. And then obviously, because I'm now getting so much polymer, what I can actually do is look at... where is it? Getting the fusion reactors up and running properly. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have enough to cover maybe 5, I'd say between 5 and maybe 10. I don't know. I'd have to do the numbers and see what's actually coming out regularly just to get these going. But yeah, I know once we get into the next dimension, we are going to need a few things. So we're going to focus on that first and then power levels second. Now, as this is up and ready, it's powered up, I just want to go through, make sure that everything is connected. Then we'll go through all the planets, make sure that they're all set up and running. You're connected. I just want to make sure my little bug here is connected. He is, and docks are good. Gases are still flowing, which is great. So, oh, that one is now extinguished, so that's cool. One less to do, but we'll take that in a little while. But yeah, overall, I am totally happy with the whole way this station has turned out. I do have that there. We'll get to that in a minute. So, who's ready for Dimension 4? I've been trying to put it off. Oh, this is another thing as well. I went through and just tidied this upper level. I basically got an empty floor at the minute here. Let me just show you. There's an empty floor there that I can always expand more into if needed. But yeah, I put a roof on top, moved all these on in nice and neatly, nice and tidy. They're all hooked up to storage right there. There's nothing in there because I've obviously taken all the stuff out. And yes, it looks tidy. It looks very, very tidy. I like it. So, shall we go into our final destination? So, you are traveling to another dimension 4. Would you like to take Alpaca Station Alpha 1 and all docked stations with you? Heck yes. So bye-bye Green Dimension, or Borg Dimension, whatever you want to call it. And welcome to... Oh, I just got a reward. The end game. Or end of the game. Okay. That's... yeah, I see what Mr. Dajnet mentions. He kind of said it as a sort of coppery look to it, and it definitely looks like it. Lots of black. A little bit of copperishy gas clouds and stuff. Interesting. Let's have a little look, see what's in the vicinity. We do have a neutron star nearby. Electric sheep. Now, there's still one thing I haven't seen yet, and I've seen it in a YouTube video, is a cow. For anybody who's gotten this far, is there a cow in the game? But yeah, they've got some of that. I'll have to have a look at see what's around. Oh, maybe that one actually. That's got a little bit of mercury on there. Trees, wheat, copper. Yeah, one of the things I do want to find is uranium. However, if we're going to switch over to those polymers and the bigger engines, then may not actually need it. Right, let me get away from this dude, because the last time I did this, I actually ended up going back through and killing myself. There we go. So everything is here, which is great. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, I can see what he means. It is very copperishy looking. I kind of like it. Now, one of the things is obviously being in a new dimension. New tech to unlock, I'm hoping. And all we get is an advanced accumulators. Okay. To unlock, however, we need... yes, 8,000 chemistry and 4,000 high tech. Oh, really? Is that it? Is that it? Just to get that? For storing electricity. I kind of tried using them previously on the other station, but yeah, never really utilized them, I suppose. But okay, I'm hoping later on they'll do an update, add more content, because yeah, that's kind of a little bit boring, really. And why do I see an asteroid thing up in the upper right comment there? Upper right corner, I should say. Oh well, I don't know, but yes, yay! Actually, one thing I will do, because I did this earlier by mistake. Let me come into here. I'm actually going to move away from that gate. So let's drop you down a minute. And we'll probably take you forward a little while. But yes, need to go through all my planets now to see what is extinguished, shall we say, of materials. There we go. I think that should be far enough away. Where the heck are you? Yeah, well, I'm not going to be a point up there, so that's good. So, quick run around, see what's going on. So, you guys are all still running. That's good. Let's have a little look, see what the damage is left on here. Is it this one? Pretty sure it's that one. Ceros, yes. So Ceros. Oh yeah, tons and tons of copper. Okay, so that one is going to be fine for quite some time. Let's come on over to here. This is my Coco Prime. I know it's getting close to, I think, being done. Yep, so we've got copper left and titanium. Not a lot left, and this was actually one of my first planets. It's actually gone through dimensions 1, 2, 3, and now into 4. That is crazy. Actually, while I think about it, let's get the rest of these back up and running. So copper, just to get this planet removed, really. But yes, it's the final one. It's crazy. Copper and Mercury, wasn't it? That's got titanium. It did say. Hang on a minute. Why is it not collecting the titanium then? That's weird. It says there's 600 titanium out there, but it's not collecting it. I might put another one down. Maybe a little bit of a bug there then. Let's just do that just to clear all the copper. I can see one right there. You guys got to go, hopefully. Yep. Let's do a new one a sec, just to see. Actually, no. Bugger it. If there's a little bit left, I don't mind. I really don't mind. As long as it gets the majority off. Right, so that's 1, that's 2. You are still going with the uranium, I believe that is. Primarily coming off of here, yep. I did switch a couple over to do some of the other ores. I'm kind of thinking I should really just get this carbon now belted inside so I can keep going there, but I might need some in a little while, I don't think. Oh, hello. There's a little dude right here. Hello, mate. Come here, little pingu thingy. Little piggy, lima, whatever it is. There we go. 1, 2. How many did this? Where are we? Melancin. So according to this, there is 6 pingus, whatever you want to pronounce them. But yeah, there's lots of resources still on here to harvest. Once again, tons of copper. Yikes. So 6, so that's 2. Keep your eyes out for any tails wiggling around. Now, one of the things I have learned is they do like to hide underneath the planet as well. As in underneath the soil level, the dirt level. It's almost like there's a bit of a collision issue with some of these. Plenty of trees. I don't need them at the minute. Let's see. Any more. There's one just there. Tricky little blighter. There we go. That's 3. Oh, is that one right there? Is that... Yeah, there he is. Hello. That's number 4. So it's 2 more. What I'll do is I'll add these into my little animal farm. If I could find the other 2, that'd be nice. Ah, oh, typical. Scanner's gone down. Guy must be having a break. Okay, but I'm pretty sure that, well, by my calculations, there should be at least 2 more in here. If I could find them before the planet is cleared, then they will be added as well. If not, they can just drift off into space. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more at the minute, so that's fine. That's fine. Let's put that away. So they're all up and running. That is fine. I did remove the dock that was here, I think at the minute, if I can just find a few good sized planets to tap onto, it'll be fine. They can last up quite a while then. What we got over here? There's some copper right there. Why are you not harvesting then? Or mining, I should say. That's why, because yes, it's full. And why is it taking so long? Come on! Copper. There we go. It's cleared the majority, but yeah, we've got some copper left. That's about it. And then this planet is done. Right then, let's go on to over here. So yeah, so we got this. That could be removed. You're still going, so let's see how you're doing. So he's under 500, so he'll be finishing soon. He's under 300, so he'll be finishing soon. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow, those two can then be removed, and probably this whole planet either destroyed. There's not too many levels there, or sent out into the wide world. I did add this one here for some more uranium, which is being mined at the minute. They're up and running, that's fine. I just have interest. So we got carbon on here, we got iron, we got copper, and 15,000 still on the uranium, so that's kind of good. Doesn't look like there's any animals over here, so that's one thing. 1, 2. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 of my planets that do still have creatures on. That one's got 3, and that one's got 4. Okay, might be able to get them off. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, kind of one of the things I am liking is these little plants. They're very pretty, but the thing is, they also give you mercury. So if you are looking for mercury, look for plants as well. Right then, over to this planet here. What have we got going on over here? So, are we on Bravo? No, we're on Anti. I thought so. Let's see. It's probably at the top by now. There we go. So we do have some tomatoes on here, but looking at it, iron would be a good one to get mining more of. Let's see, so let's come into here, iron. And now I set some of these up just to clear some of those lesser nodes as well, so that's the ones I'm probably changing now actually, think about it. There we go. I want to keep them all going, but yeah, these guys obviously only set them on Pieste, so should have plenty of life in them still. Coming over to Bravo. Now this was another fairly early-ish one, but it had huge numbers on there. And as you can see, we've still got tons of carbon in here, we've got tons of copper, loads of gold, some iron left, so that is fine. We do have 3 little piggies in here as well to find. Yes, that is going to be fun. And this is quite a big old planet too. There's one right there, I can spot it there. But yes, they're cute. Can we have some of them in Farm Sim? That'd be kind of cool. There we go. I don't know if I'll be able to see them. But yeah, it said 3, so that's 1, so there's at least 2 more on here. Oh, there's one right there. Come here, you. There we go. And 1. I'm saving them. That's what I'm doing. I'm saving them, guys. But one thing I have noticed with the few little piggy things that I've got currently, they crank out. Oh, there we go. A lot of ham. I will say that. My little chefs are constantly going. It's crazy. There we go. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Finally, I know all of you guys are going, but let's have a little look. So this is Lost Terra, which just has a little bit of copper left on here. There's some sunflowers I could always grab, but I'm okay. I really don't need them that much now. But yes, it looks like there's going to be in the next day or two a few of these planets going bye-bye, so yay! So there we go, there we go. Right then. What have I got on me? Just those little piggies? Okay. We'll get them shoved into the pen with the rest of them. And one of the things I have been trying to do as well is change some of these doors to make things a little bit easier. So for example, if I come down to here, obviously rather than having the doors on the side, I'm actually putting it now facing inwards. Makes life a little bit easier. And actually this is where I need to be. Pickies, ham. Oh, we got a comment strike incoming. Now the thing is... No. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm glad I was watching there. Otherwise, this would have been nasty. See, I was kind of thinking what I might do, and I don't know if it'd be even worth it, is adding a roof or something along the top above each of the planets. I'm wondering if that would be a worthwhile doing, especially for the comet strikes. Then it's only a few blocks to change if I do miss one. Something to possibly think of later on, but yeah, because I really don't want to just have a temporary shields on each. Then again, this is probably going to be one of the docks that stays. This one, that one, and I'm probably going to have one at the far end there. So I might do it then. Obviously, that middle one should be getting covered by that shield up there. But yeah, this here is not really getting anything. Same with that corner. So I might put a shield on top of there and one down that end as well. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, obviously the collectors, they've all gone. I have so much ice blocks stored up at the minute. It's crazy. So I've taken these away temporarily. So yeah, it's just literally going through upgrading belts at the minute. Actually, here we go. So this is the ice. I still have 349,666. It's crazy. That is just crazy at how much ice those collectors do collect when they get going. Right. Yeah, I was going to drop off the little piggies, wasn't I? I was going to say the three little piggies, but they're not three, is they? There you go. You can go in there. See, I could literally set up another one if I wanted to. I've got enough. But yeah, this is doing well. Everything's doing well. It's great. I'm loving it. And yeah, now being able to have these right next to each other is even better. Now, oh yes, high tech. Yeah, what I might do is go grab some polymer. The other thing we needed was chemistry. That's biology. I don't need you, so you can actually now be turned off. And what I'll probably do is remove this belt here for now. You and you, so you don't fill up. Obviously, it'll probably fill up down below. That's one thing to remove later on. But that can go. Let's see. So we have that space. I don't want you. I want to get the chemistry up and running, so we do need to bring up some iron rods and dirt. Oh, cripes. I think I might have changed all my dirts over. Oops, see, I'm still going to the side. I've got to watch where I'm going. Let's see. I don't know if I've got any dirt left down here. I don't think so. 14. No. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to destroy a planet. But that's fine. I do have a couple almost there, so... Oh, actually, thinking about it, I do have some upstairs. I've got some in a storage container, so I can bring that down. Right then. What was it? Iron rods we needed. So I'll take half of them. That can go into there. Those oxygens, so I'll put them downstairs actually in a minute. There. Come on, up a bit. There we go. Yes, in here I do have some. There we go. Semi-pre-prepared, so I can get this up and running. Right, so that's space. I don't want that one. I want this one right here. So 3 scientists there and there. So, yep, they're going. What I am going to do is put this back down for the minute, but we're going to change that to biology. There we go. Actually, well, I might as well take these belts away, because if I do need any more tech, I'll probably end up just grab it myself and bring them up. There we go, there we go, there we go. Delete that. Oh. Ooh, hello. There's a missing piece of glass there. Take that off, take that off. There we go. And I'll probably do the same with that one, but right now the high tech is needed still, so then again, I might as well bring the stuff up myself as well. Be easier, then I can keep an eye on everything. There. Actually, let's go with this side, be easier. It's just really the tidying up and finishing off things at the minute, really. It's kind of crazy. But definitely, I will say, what, the 2 to 3 weeks that I've been playing this, have really recommend the game now. Had a few minutes, so I thought I would check out. Hey, Mr. Trucker J, how you doing? So, welcome into Astral Colony. So, Astral Colony is very similar to Satisfactory, but based in space. It's kind of more dimensions. So you literally start off with a tiny little station that you build on and build up. Obviously, I'm now into Dimension 4, which we finally got into. This is my current station, so nothing big compared to some people. However, other people will probably spread things out a little bit more, make it a little bit more organized, but I like what I've got currently, so yes. The nice thing is you can fly around if you want to. You can hook onto planets, do mining, stuff like that, and there's a whole tech tree that you can go through. So if we come down to the beginning, this literally you can go through, unlock with different things along the way. Obviously, at the end of each tech tree, because there's a tech tree for each universe, there's a Stargate that you have to unlock. So here is obviously the first one. So that first dimension that you're in, you have to unlock a heck of a lot of stuff. But the amount you need is quite small. So 60 on this, 60 that. There's multiple different sciences to unlock and research. Each one needs a different material or product to do it. Obviously, once you get into your next dimension, you get another area to unlock on the tech tree, which will take you up to Stargate 2, which you build and then you go through. And then, obviously, same with Dimension 3, which you end up with Stargate 3. And then final dimension, which is number 4, you start off with one thing to do, but a huge amount. So as you can see, I've got everything unlocked apart from this, which is literally going to be what I'm going to be working on for the next, I don't know, maybe a week to get all that unlocked. I don't know, but yes, there is my final current Stargate that I've gone through. And yes, there's a lot of work, but yeah, actually I have interest. I have no idea how many hours I've actually done this save game. So let's see, what will this say? So actually let me save this. There. It should say right here. So obviously I went into the survival aspect. There is other ones you could try if you want to, but yeah, that was the one I went with. Thought, why the heck not? Time in game 224 hours, 9 minutes, 27 seconds with this particular save game. So yes, a few hours, shall we say? So what's that? Obviously, I started. It was the day after the experimental was released. So yes. You're locking it in? Yeah. If you like factory building, productions, mining, have that all combined, exploring, it's definitely one to give a try. And just out of it, yeah, if you guys are not following Truckin' J, by the way, guys, make sure to scroll up in chat, give him a follow. He is a great content creator. He does Farming Simulator. I think I've seen you doing American Truck Simulator, stuff like that. He's currently in Out of Ore, creating a whole huge business from the looks of it. So yeah, definitely go over and check him out if you haven't already, and show him some love. He is a great content creator. Absolutely love him. But yeah, things definitely sucked me in. Obviously, I've played the game a little bit previously. I maybe got a quarter of the way through the tech tree to give you an idea on that first part. This is another thing as well. Within the game, there is things like solar storms, asteroid strikes. There is things you can unlock to defend your station. Obviously, right now, there is a solar wind going through. It's right over there. It's attacking that little planet over there. What that will basically do is it will probably just temporarily shut down a few productions. It doesn't really do any big damage. Within, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes, they will probably power back up and carry on. To be honest, I don't even see any damage over here. Okay, some of the solar panels got hit there. But yeah, these will reset sometimes. But what you may have to do is go through and clean them. That's the only downside to these solar panels. I want to change these up at some point. There we go. Actually, could set up maybe, thinking about it. But yeah, there's a whole array of things that you can utilize. There's flooring, there's wall pieces, there's blocks. Now, one thing I will say is if you click on a floor piece or a wall piece, whatever, there is multiple different types of it as well. Get a bot. That's weird. I've had the bots, but they never work for me. I'm actually going to put them... I might do that right here, just to see whether or not they'll work. Let's pop that there a second. So I'm going to need probably the service thingy right there. And that... No, I don't know if they... Can they be upgraded as well? That's one thing I can't remember. Power by... No, okay. Obviously, you could upgrade some of your bots to make them go faster as well. Right, let's have a look. So... Oh, not that one. I want here... Service bots. So we do need to grab some electronic parts. And some hydrogen. So, okay. Let's go grab that. I've not been able to get them to work on my main base previously. When that's happened, so we'll see if this works or not. Now, do I have any hydrogen? I do. Let's pop upstairs. But yeah, the way I've set up my whole base, I suppose, or whatever you want to call it, is each level does something different. So the lower level primarily is for power. Ooh, it looks like I'm getting a little bit low on uranium rods. There you go. Let's cycle these back through. But yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, so power, production, water melting, gas storage, stuff like that is coming in on this level. I can now actually get them guys up and running. Going on up to the next floor, this is the floor where I've set it so everything that's being mined from those planets is coming into a central area to be sorted to then go into the next area. Now, a lot of people set things up differently. They'll probably have multiples of these around, but I've got one, and it's all being belted and then going upstairs over in that corner right there. So there's lots of materials that you can mine on here. It's kind of nice. I like it. So going up from that level, so we'll go to floor 1. This is like the basic productions. So it's taking all those raw ores and turning them into their first and potentially their second item. So these primarily are making the ingots, as it were, or bars as they call them here. So that's here. Then they go into the next production to make the plates. And some are even going into the next production to make wire versions of each of them. So this is this floor here. So that's that kind of like your basics. They then get shipped depending on what's needed. Some of them are going upstairs. Some are just going into a storage to be used for building materials. But coming up to level 2, this is going to be like the higher productions, I call it. And it's quite empty compared to downstairs. But the way I've got it going is it kind of flows from the front to the back, goes up to, then sort of flows from the back to the front, and then up, and so on and so forth. This is kind of everything now set up production-wise. So yeah, there's a whole load of things, and you can even do farming in it if you want to. You got animal husbandry if you want to. But yes, it is fun. So then obviously one of the things is with those technologies you need things like scientists. That this is the floor for that. This is going to be for your astronauts. So training, you got to train up your astronauts to become scientists, engineers, cooks. That's all done here on this particular floor. But I also have all of my farming and my animals up here, stuff like that. So I've got wheat growing to produce grains. I've got tomatoes. I've got tons of trees. I've got little piggy looking things and armadillo things. So yeah, that's this level. Plus the research is done on this level as well. Obviously going up from here is kind of a dead room really, or dead floor at the moment. This, oh, if I can find the right spot, there we go. So this is where everything above me was previously. So most of this up here was on that lower level, which I've now brought up here, tidied it up, and made it look a little bit pretty. So yes, that I kind of want to keep it small, but I wanted to try and build upwards. Obviously, I know Mr. Dajna and a few other people, they will have quite a long station that could be maybe 3, maybe 4 times as long as this, and I'll just have it all spread out, and which is kind of nice. It's good. I like it actually, their take on it. But yeah, I kind of want to keep it simple. Size wise for this station, if anyone wasn't aware, it's 103 by 103 blocks. I'm not quite sure how high it is at the minute, but it's what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors in total. So, oh, that looks really good. I just need to go through and remove that text bit there. But yeah, I love that. That is great. It looks so much better. But yes, you can dock onto other things, and yes. I needed. Sorry, I was getting sidetracked there. Hydrogen, wasn't it? Needed. I got hydrogen and what was it? Iron rods? Was that the one? Dang it! See, you put me off. No, electron parts. That's what I was after. That's on the second floor. So here, electron parts. We'll just grab up a handful. We can split that. Take that with us. But yes, I do like how this station turned out compared to the previous one I had that got demolished the other day. Right, let's give this a go. Right. Hey, Mr. Coffee Man, how you doing? So, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And how much power does this thing need? It's just 6, okay. Let's use some solar panels. 5 and 6 for that. I can make them. This thing needs 6 as well, so duplicate that. So actually, I don't know if I'm actually going to need it. I'll leave it there for the minute and power it up, but they should. Now the thing is, do I need to put a ramp there so they can get up? But yeah, obviously I've had bots on the other station. They never seem to work. To clean my solar panels. Okay, he cannot path up there, okay. Let's see. I need a slope. Maybe something like that, maybe? Let's see. Let's rotate you to there. Okay, so they're actually working. Okay, that is a bonus. But yeah, you can get these little bots there. They're meant to be good for repairing stuff and cleaning stuff. Okay, okay for the wow. I will say you guys are definitely my good luck charms. I'm gonna keep you guys, I think. I have had solar panels shut down like this on previous stations, and the bots never once went in and sorted them out. This is the first time I've actually seen them actually working and doing something. Cool. I may have to set up a little station. Now the thing is, I'm kind of wondering, is it because they're not going from the main base onto a planetary base? Is that the issue then? Hello, Mr. Farmer Axe, by the way, over on YouTube. But yes, we are live as always on Twitch and YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to me over there, make sure to just go over, give me a sub. It'd be great. If you want to check out any of my videos, you're more than welcome to. I'm kind of getting lower and lower and further away from my little goal that I had. But yes, it is fun. It is definitely fun, and oh, hello. Why have you run out of power? Or why don't you have any power going through you? I'm sure I hooked that up to the main grid. That's weird. I'm going to have a look at that. Let's come into here. So yeah, that's fine then. If they're going to work, I will set up a proper station over here. I do have a few drones, as you can see. Just a few. Spare. Right then, let's get a few drones on here just to see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set up 2 stations. What am I doing? I have no idea. Only kidding. I am going to set up some service bots over here. There's that. There's that. And obviously, that's another thing that I do always do. I know you guys know this, is every floor as well. I have it set up so there is a live grid underneath me. So whenever I put a production down and hook it up to the grid, it literally goes straight, and I don't have too many wires looking around, going up here, there, and everywhere. It's tidy. Okay, so with showing all that off now, Dells 100, how are you doing over on YouTube? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, if you got any questions about Astral Colony, you're more than welcome to pop it in chat, by the way. What are those big things? The things on the roof, you mean, Mr. Farmer Marks? Something that you'll get to later on. Are you on about these big things? These are actually just turned off. They should look a little bit like that. These are plasma vortex lances. These are used on the which one is it? Which one is it? Is it this? It's not the supernova, it's the other one, isn't it? The neutron stars, that's it. It's used on the neutron stars to harvest the materials. Come on, there we go. Yes, I've got 3 either side. I kind of want to keep it even. You'll get to that later on if you haven't got them unlocked, so yes. Obviously, they will harvest neutron stars, and I can tell you they will give you the neutronium plasma. Yes, that's where that comes from. Yeah, the supernovas will give you the iridium. For the iridium, obviously, you will be needing, if you haven't got that far yet, these things. The iridium collectors, plus at least 4 bots on each station. To give you an idea, and I know I mentioned it to you in Discord last night, I actually set up I think it was 15 or 16 of these to harvest the iridium, and it took me, I think it was about 2 days to harvest. I think it was about 50,000 iridium. It's a lot. You need the blue disc. The blue disc? Oh, that yes. Yes, the blue disc. Blue disc. I know what it's, this thing right here. You need the cobalt magnet. Yes, that is in the expert constructor when you get that unlocked. Obviously, it will take cobalt rods, gold wire, and those I can now remember what they're called, those other plates. So yes, it is very, very slow. Yes, obviously you don't have, one thing I will say is, now that I've done it and I'm further on, you really don't need a lot. I would say if you can get to maybe 5,000 or so, you should have more than enough harvested. Let's put it this way, that like I said, it was about 50,000, I think it was, I had. Obviously so it'd been 1,000 in here, 1,000 in here, and I still have 900, well, under 100 in each. Let's put it that way. So I've got that in there, plus if I come down to this floor, right at the end here, I still have, what's that, 53,000? So yeah, you really don't need a lot of it. From what I've seen, there's not really any uses. So yeah, if you got 18k so far, that should be more than enough. I'm pretty sure that should be more than enough for what you need. A couple hundred tops is what you need for most of those products, from what I can see. Just out of interest, It won't be on that floor. It'd be probably here. Obviously, you will need some heat detectors for the advanced manufacturers. But you should have all that. The prisms. Obviously, titanium glass. That's glass. Titanium, silica. No, the quartz should say. Yeah, you should be fine with that. You won't need any of the materials. So yeah, 18k should be more than enough. So you could actually technically move on if you wanted to. I just want to make sure that I harvested the whole thing to see how it finishes. Same with obviously the last the obviously I've done it with the supernova. I've done it with these guys right here. All of these, I've run them all the way through to see how they finish, and to be honest, they're quite boring. They really are very, very boring. They just kind of shut down, and that's it. Right then. Anywho, I keep getting sidetracked. Stop sidetracking me, guys. So bots are sorted out. I will have I'll have a think about the double junction for you with pipes instead of the belts there. That's 7 point, but yeah, this lot can go in here for the minute. I'll keep that. The oxygen can go downstairs. But yeah, I will say I've highly enjoyed this game. A little bit too much, I think. Just ask my wife. She thinks I'm crazy and obsessed with it. Oh, good. They're back up and running. Cool. Yeah, so one of the things I do with these nuclear reactors, obviously I've got tons of titanium or uranium coming in. But every now and again, it may slow down, I've noticed, on the production side of things. It could be that I've just run out of uranium or don't have enough being processed. Hence why I've got this little storage here. So I've got a little splitter set up here. So it's 20 either side. So I've got 40 generators actually running. But for every 40, I get 5 put into a storage. And actually, one thing I am going to do, I'm going to change this a sec. Hang on a sec. Because I never even noticed this before, but the storages can be changed on the inside here. So right there, we're going to swap that so it goes straight in. We're going to rotate you. That's going to be better. Sorry, just got sidetracked there for a sec. But yeah, whenever these start shutting down, like they did earlier. By the way, hello, Mr. Vortex. Afternoon to you. Never enjoying too much. Yeah, I know. I'm crazy. Yeah, what I'll tend to do, if I've got a good amount of uranium rods in storage, I'll basically flood the whole productions again, like I did earlier. And that will obviously reduce what I've got in storage, which is fine for a little while. But it keeps these guys up and running, because obviously with this, I now have... what's that? 5,800 milliwatts currently running. Obviously, total consumption with all the productions and things running, just under 5. So, just under the 5,000 there. So I've got a little bit of give, got a little bit of play there. But obviously, if I add more and more planets on, obviously that's going to go up, because obviously more things are going to be needing to be powered up. But the thing is, obviously right now, some of the stuff isn't hooked up, because I've been going through, changing to the higher tier belt, so that could change quite quickly. So that is what I'm kind of doing right here. So, where the heck were we? So that was doing that. Right in. That. Okay, let's see. So, we were, or I was. Oh yes, I need the, oh. See, this one's going to be a pain behind. So I was trying to keep them semi-neat, semi-tidy. But the way they're coming upstairs, they're kind of not quite in order to the productions I've set up. So I'm going to come back to that one in just a minute. That is for making glass. Obviously, it's using the quartz there. That one's set up. This one is obviously for mercury. So this is going to be coming up and over. This is the first one to be raised up, so it's kind of nice. And I'm going to kind of match it there, I think. So there. So these basically all three of these can actually go down the far end because that's where they are going. So we'll set all this up first. And then I'm probably going to raise this one up maybe one level higher once it gets down to, say, here. And then take it up and over and into there if I'm not too close. I might be a little bit too close. Look at that. Fiddlesticks. Let's have a look. Yeah, didn't quite plan this bit out very well, did I? Let's see. I would need to take it up at least 2 to clear that, which means this belt here should go through fine. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to bring them all back in by at least 2 belt widths. Okay. So I'll take that there. Oop. That. And the other problem is, well, that's going to be going to there. Yes, gonna have to do it this way. Bring it back 3. So now to that one there. Yep. I also talk a lot to myself. I do apologize. It's my way of trying to think of things. Right, so that should be able to go that way. Yes, it is. That should be able to go that way there. That should be able to go that way. Yes, I just need to set up those little displays from down below up here at some point, but let's pop those materials back into their correct lines down below so I know what is actually on each belt. And one. So just take that, and a one with MRE saw. Yeah. That's something I gotta figure out how I want them set up. So that should go into there. That will be the cobalt. That one will be amethyst. Yes, I need to have a look, see if I can get some more mercury coming in at some point, and probably the cobalt looks like it's getting a little bit low at some point, but yes. Let me sit back and now enjoy what I'm doing. Now I do have the carbon on the ground here, which does get split off, I think it's 2 places, so that's something I do have to think about at some point. Right, and so mercury is going into this one here. train you around. So yeah, I'm taking all these old belts out. Ooh. Now, and I'm upgrading them to those expert ones. Let's bring it into here. Obviously, if you are just starting out, I'd probably recommend maybe doing something a little bit bigger, size-wise, space things out a little bit more evenly. There we go. There's that, and finally, let's hook you up to there. So that is Mercury in there. Good, 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 good. I actually got all three of them out of here, so yes. Alright, there's that one. So the next one is going to be obviously that Cobalt line. But I think I'll connect you up as we're going. Obviously, once I cover this up, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So let's see. If I remember correctly, it should be going into there on the lower level. That's for the stone. It's still got plenty in there, so that's fine. And I've got more going around there. Okay, so I've got to remember that. I've got to do a splitter of 2 on that one. But let's sort this out. So this is coming up to here, to there. Let's take this way. I'm not quite sure whether I'll upgrade the output side as well, or just leave that for the moment. Probably going to leave it for the minute, actually. There. 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 And finally connect. So that should be cobalt. Obviously these gas, and obviously the cobalt ore. That's good. That is up and running again, or at least connected anyway. It's not necessarily running. But yeah, obviously previously I had like, what was it, 3, 4? Was it 3 or 4 high? It would look a nightmare. So doing this is kind of been something on my book for a while. Which one is this anyway? That's the amethyst. Amethyst. I don't think I've actually got amethyst coming on here. I'm pretty sure that goes upstairs now. Which means I need to take that one back a bit, maybe? I've got a better idea for the amethyst, because yes, that one needs to go upstairs. Actually, let me leave that there. I'll put that little bit in there. Okay. Sorry, I was thinking. Can I bring you over the top of that one? Would that be okay? Somebody's got a 0. Doo-da, doo-da. There. And if I can get underneath here, that's better. So that can now kick in and make the glass again. So that's good, 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 good. So the only thing, well, I've got the stone plates to connect on to. That is obviously the far end there. I think what I'll do, I'm going to copy just onto the top of here, actually. But take it right down to here. I'm not quite sure. About 3, I think we need to go back. Pop it there for the minute. And rotate. 1, 2. Is it only a 2? Okay. That's a bit of a bonus. Okay, so there. You're typical, aren't you? But yeah, even though I don't have a lot coming up here for the stone plates, I'm still setting each one up with 4 productions, regardless. There we go. There. Right, what was this one that got upstairs? Maybe. Yeah, so that's another line that I can remove. Obviously, it's no longer being used upstairs for sciences, so that's fine. I can just take them up manually now. Also, I've got it being collected downstairs in a storage, so that's cool. Groovy, groovy, groovy. We'll connect that onto there. That's fine. And then the only thing I've got to do now is sort out this line here. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that on slow. Let's put that there. So we're going to put a splitter onto here because obviously we need a little bit. Rotate you to there. And douche. What's being restricted there? Oh, yes, I need some more mercury. Okay. Mercury rods. Okay. Now, why do I have another one gone off this way? What in the heck? What have I got up here that takes carbon? Okay, it looks like we're gonna have to run another bit of carbon up there. Okay. Weird. But yes, I got tons of this stuff, so it's fine. Let's take some of that off there. And we'll raise that up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just 3. There to there. Okay, that'll keep that going. That's fine. There's nothing left in my storage. Now, obviously, that's another thing I need to do as well. Is look into deconstructing some of this stuff here that's no longer needed. Yikes. I have got a lot of stuff going. It's terrible. It needs to be removed. That's fine, that's fine. That is looking a lot tidier, actually. I'm kind of happy with that. The only thing I do need to sort out is that amethyst. It needs to go upstairs. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Now, the question is, can you put 2 of these facing each other and it take... That's the thing. Let's have a little experiment and see. So 3. Say that is set to output. This will be set to input. No, I won't be able to because that belt's in the way. Oh, dang it. There goes that idea. I was kind of thinking, if I can keep them on looking nice and neat and tidy, it'd be fine. In that case, we are going to change to this. Did I only have 3 amethysts in there? Oh, yes. No. Okay, I can't do that, can I? I need to do it from behind. Let's take that away a minute. And... which one is it? That one? There we go, all this amethyst in here. This actually was... delete that. And what we're going to do is take this. Yeah, we need to go up 1 floor, which is here. Now set up this same way as I did all the ones downstairs. Just gotta get the right spot. I think it's right there. Oh, okay, that's good. There. Go into it. We'll reverse it. We'll put all that in there. There we go. The amethyst is flowing. I think it was the prisms, wasn't it, that took them? Which is this one here. Yes. The only thing I missed... oh yeah, I need to get some glass brought up here. Okay. So... how was... why is that coming in there? Whoa. Something funky is going on. I've got carbon coming in on that one. Who needs carbon? Right, that's the sawmills. Something funky is going on. I'm getting carbon coming up here for some weird reason. Nope. Okay. Yeah, not sure why that one was set up for. I'll have to have a look at the other recipes and see what I may have messed up on. That's weird. Yeah, because the nice thing is it does go straight in and straight out. Oh, another one there. There we go. Right, so what I can do is bring those... let's see. Maybe down... yeah, I might bring it down that side there. And... over. Yeah, there's a gap there. I might be able to do it. Let's see. Time to see. That. I'm gonna do this. Tilt. Oh yes, I'm gonna have to use the lower tier belt temporarily. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, that will do. There. And then hopefully there's nothing else in the way. I do have tons in my storage of these belts, so that's fine. Oh, come on, let me through, come on. There we go. Where are we? Where are we? We're stuck on a belt. Heck, come on, let me out. Let me out. There we go. Okay. We're free, I think. Hopefully head in the right direction. Where the heck? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is just going to be a little temporary setup. Yeah, I think we'll bring it to here and then across to where it is needed. Why is that stopping there? There we go. Which is... Oh, I should have left that belt there, shouldn't I? Dang it. That one? Yes. So, okay, so it's going to be the manufacturer there, the very end one. Oh man, that means we're going to have to find another planet with some Mercury on it. Dang it. Right, that's going to be an outpost. So, what I'm thinking is to bring it down a little bit of an easier way. If we can rotate that. Let's put a 4-piece underneath. There. Let's do that way. Rotate you. Are you too high? Is that what it is? Maybe you got a squabble over half a floor piece. Okay. I was hoping to bring it down. Straight down, but it's not going to allow me. Okay, so bring that to there. I might take that back a little bit. Let's see if we can do this from this way without any additional. Oh, okay, yep. Okay. We can do this. We can do this, guys. We can do this. There. Rotate that there. Drop that there. Oh, one too many. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That goes into there. There and there. There we go. Cool. Right, the other thing I do need to get up here at some point will be obviously titanium glass if I need it, but right now it can just fill up. Kind of curious what that one was, but oh well. Yeah, I'll have to go through all of these and check everything to see if I've messed up a recipe or two. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure everything is fine. So that was some carbon coming up, wasn't it? Oh, I wonder. Nope. Okay. Yeah, not quite sure why they were being brought up here. Weird. Maybe I had a temporary production setup. Maybe some. Oh, what would it have been? Carbon filters, maybe. But yeah, that can actually be removed up there before it takes too many. There we go. But yeah, I do like this. I'm liking this. I think it was kind of a clever idea that I had, where it had like a what would you call it? A logistics area for moving the materials between floors. But yeah, I've got to go through all of this side here, get it all properly set up with those pipes as well. But yeah, I need to sort this out first, I think. That's a nice little job for me to do later on, I think. Here we go. Let's get rid of all of this. Ooh. There we go. There, and we'll stop it there. Yes. There we go. We'll shove that little lot into there. We'll shove that little lot into there. Actually, what I will do, I think, obviously I do have, oh yes, that carbon that's coming downstairs, that's creating the filters. I'm gonna pop over there quickly. Oh, too far. Hey there, Mr. Rusty Nails, how you doing, buddy? Yes, I'm gonna set it to come back into the base now. This line right here. I don't know how much carbon is being mined, if any, actually now. Let's have a little look. This is on Maleficent, whatever it is. Okay, still got a fair bit in there. Okay, it's just taking a little while. So what I'm going to do then is on this side, I'm going to take that away, and that can, yep, it's already collected up. Go back indoors. This little lot can be removed, so that's groovy. That was just set up mainly for getting the sciences sorted out for that last little few pieces before coming here. There we go. There. We'll take that with us. Delete that. And lastly, combine all that. Only 12 of us? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This whole little section here now can be removed. I'm going to keep that there. There we are. So you get some oxygen over here. But look at that. That is so cool. Yeah, every single Stargate, I will say, is a little bit different, which is kind of nice. That's going there, all going cool. Things are plodding on. That's that. Right, so those carbon filters can now go upstairs into storage. That's fine. But yes, as you can tell, I dislike glass. Yes. I don't like glass that much. As you can tell from my base. Yeah, I was actually when I was setting it up. Actually, I will say I was kind of umming and ahhing about doing the floor and like the ceilings as glass as well, so you could literally see the grid underneath. I think that might be a little. Oh, that might be funky. I might have to try that at some point. Hey, Mr. Green Thumb. Oh, and by the way, if you're not following Mr. Green Thumb, make sure to click on that link, give him a follow. So yesterday I was actually thinking, I hadn't seen T Miller in a while. And thank you very much for that, Mr. Green Thumb. No, yeah, that was definitely more me than you. Hey, Reliant Robin, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see. How you doing, bud? Yeah, if you're not following Reliant Robin, make sure to click on that link, give him a follow as well. But yeah, I was thinking the other day, I hadn't seen T Miller, and what's really strange, I woke up this morning with a message in Discord from Mr. Miller. Just to let you guys know, the reason he hasn't been around or done any streaming is he's had pneumonia since the day after he moved into his new property. So yeah, keep him in your thoughts. I'm guessing that he messaged me maybe on the road to recovery, so yes, if you ever see him, make sure to wish him a speedy recovery and hopefully he's doing well. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You start thinking, hang on, you haven't seen this person for a few days. What's going on? But yes, he is still alive from what I understand. So and you too? Okay. Okay. So I'm glad it wasn't just me that he messaged, so that's good. Right, so this floor is done. What am I doing? Oh yes, I need to find some mercury. Fudge. What have we got out there at the minute? Oh, we've got one right there. We've got some, quite a bit of carbon. Oh, geez, carbon. Oh, that one's got a nice bit of uranium on that as well. Oh, man. Oh, jeebus. That one's got mercury. See, I kind of like the look of that one, and I kind of like the look of that one. Mercury on that. So, okay, it's only 10,000. But that was gone 27,000 uranium. Oh, man. Let's see if I can tag that. I'll grab that one first. Let's head down to Nuberlandia. Go figure. Now, one thing I will say, this is going to be a little bit skittish on the outside, I think. So if I can get upstairs to the driving seat, we might be able to switch over to the map. Oh yeah, this is terrible. Yeah, this is the only downside. When you're moving like this, and you're in this camera view, yes, it does not look very pretty. Oh, are we there already? Okay, well that didn't take long. So somewhere around here should be another white-looking planet. Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, there's a nice little ice planet. Yep. Okay, we do have our Mercury here. Okay, let's have a look. Where can we put this then? Actually, I should have kept that dock, shouldn't I? Right in here, I think. And now this is going to probably overlap a little bit. Actually, is that the same distance? Let's see. So, let's see. That is 61. 75. So 76 from there. Okay. I can do it there. So 75. Okay. Let's see. So 60 should be about there. Well, that's 61. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, right there. But yes, how is Reliant Robin crew doing? Hopefully you're well, sir. Actually, if I just put it next to that again, it should be fine. Thinking about it. You were seeing your stream for a little while last night? Oh, you were streaming last night? Oh, man. I never got notification of that. That's terrible. And Mr. Jurors, thank you very much for the fart. Yes, that'll be fine there. You're okay? Okay, cool. Glad to hear it, buddy. Right then, yes, it seems like a lot of people are definitely no longer interested in farm sim at the minute. And then from what I was reading earlier in Facebook, yeah, so many people are just sick of it. Which one do I want? There. 3. We got an electric storm incoming. I have interest. Where are we? Let's have a look. I thought these were meant to diminish them. It's just going to go straight all the way through. Oh well, okay, it did hit a couple of things, but they'll probably shut down temporarily and kick back in a little while. Oh yeah, that's one thing I was going to look at as well. This one here. It has been up and running, but for some weird reason, things in that one there have shut down, and things in here have shut down. Yeah, looking at it. Oh no, it's just me moving around. I was thinking, I'm sure there's stuff moving around off there. But yes, that's weird. It is connected. It's got the power going in there. That is weird. I'll have to have a closer look at these two there. It also has the solar panels underneath, so they should be working. But this is something I've had an issue with as well before, with this station actually, where it get to a certain point, and then for some weird reason the whole power grid would just shut down. Kinda like this. But, see, that one's still up and running, that's fine. That one's okay. That's okay, that's okay. Yeah, so it's really randomly weird. I don't know why it does it. Let's crank the power up a little bit more then. For the minute, let's see. 100. I know these have been working because I've obviously got a full tank of water over there, so... I have interest. There's definitely nothing there. We'll crank that up to 100 as well. But yeah, that's 4, 10. Oh, I see. Yes, I don't have any power coming through here. So those other ones are just running up. Yeah, but that should still be running from the solar panels. Weird. I don't know. Don't get that. Have to have a look at that later. Anyway. Yes. Let's get in and do some of this. There we go. Right then. Actually, that is facing the wrong way. I need it to be that way so I can go forward a little bit. There we go. I think. Yes. No, I did have it the right way because I need, yeah. Yes. I need the planet to go backwards. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Rotate that way instead. Let's try that. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. We got it now. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it, guys. We've got it. We've also got fishing. We have Blinko. Actually, yeah, I've got to think something for next week, or for next month, I should say, as a reward for you guys. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll set it up with the fishing program, lurk bait there. Whoever's at the top gets a, I don't know, a Steam gift card or something. Okay, that will have to go to the right in a moment, if I'm correct. And it probably needs to go up a little bit too. There you go. Let's crank that up. Actually, if that is high enough, it might connect on. Okay. But I like it, Nooblandia. For all those noobs out there. Oh, is it? Might just get away with it. might I think it might just be overlapping a little bit actually on that other planet behind there. But let's go with this. So yeah, I think it would be quite nice maybe to just add a floor there. Let's grab that from there. Oh, I would have to grab the freaking wrong thing. I want this little mesh. I'm kind of liking this little mesh for a staging area. I don't know why, but it's kind of nice just to use it for putting the miners down on and stuff. So let's see. I've got a little bit of coal there. That's fine. Bring that in there. Something like that should be fine for the minute. I'll take some of that off. Let's grab you. Excuse me. Let's see if that's close enough. Yes. Let's have a little look. Yeah, it's overlapping a little bit. But I think we can get away with that for a little while. That's fine. Now, this is kind of an interesting little crater type planet. What was the description on this thing anyway? Noob. There we go. So, it's an icy terrain shaped like a donut. I do recommend. Yes. Landform flat, size medium. Okay. Yep, I'll go with that. I'd go with that, definitely. Obviously, that is the other planet there, which I'm going to have to think of what to do with that one. So it's got lots of uranium. That's what I want, is the uranium of it. What I might do, actually, is put a gate on the other side of here and hook that planet onto here. If I can find a spot to do it. Nope. Floor. Let's go with that mesh again. Because then what I can do is run about from this side of the planet to there, and then have it all going in on the one belt. That would probably be the easiest option. So let's do this again over here. Just drag this out. Actually, it doesn't need to be that big, but that should be fine there. Try and keep the same dock all the way through. So pop that there for the moment. We'll fly up there. Let's go up to that one. We'll grab that one, get that connected, and then we'll get all the belt work sorted out in a moment. Well, yeah, but to be honest, even though they're not being used, they do actually. If I was to remove them from the grid, they still make great little decorative items. I like them a lot. Righty then, so let's head upwards. Okay, make sure to get past this dude first of all. And what I can... Actually, to be honest, it's not that far, so I could probably steer it myself. But let's get to a decent height, first of all. I think it's getting close. Round about there. Close enough. Right then. We need to go north. And then east. Go up a little bit too far. Might have gotten away with that. I don't know. We go back a little bit. Stop. Oh, that's close. That is very, very close. That's cool. But yeah, I don't know why, but yeah. Originally I had the 6 of them all over here in this one corner. And obviously when I was going through it, I thought, well, why not just split them up, have 3 one side, 3 the other side? And it just kind of looks kind of funky. I like it. I could actually, I've got space. I could potentially put another one either side on those collectors. Okay, it's a little bit high, but I think I might get away with it. Oh, look, we got a sheepy straight off the bat. Okay. Hello. There we go. There's another one right there. I can see its booty. Don't go away. Come back. There we go. Let's have a quick sheep gathering exercise. That's 3. Oh, 4. Obviously, the electric sheep, if you weren't aware, do give you the electric wool that is required to build your Stargate 3s. But yeah, I could definitely agree with Mr. One thing I would say is I think it would be nicer if maybe they needed a little bit more resources for some of the Stargates. They seem a little bit quick and easy to build. There's 2 more sheepies over here.
Warning, meteor rain incoming.
Uh-oh, a meteor rain incoming. There we go. So yeah, if you haven't seen the shields working, so obviously this is a meteor rain. What basically it does, it extends the shield out just to protect your base. Obviously, it'll do the same thing with comets when they hit coming towards your base. Oh, that was lucky. I'm glad it didn't do one more, because that shield was knackered and this whole area would have been buggered, I think. Righty, let's get going. So, let's grab you. And yeah, I think this is going to be a nice little... Oh, there's another sheep right there, jeez. And another one right there. And another one over there. Oh my goodness. There's a lot on this planet. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this might be a nice little area here, maybe to flatten this part. But let's set it up. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I'd say probably something like that. As long as there's nothing underneath in this little area here, we should be fine for placing stuff down on. That is okay. But I'm kind of thinking, okay, I need a largish area for obviously the drones. Obviously that could be, oh, I might get away with that. Yeah, I might take it a little bit more actually out. Just so we can really crank those drones on. Let's see, 5, or the miners should say. 5, let's have a look. Rotate you. Yeah, I think we'll get away with that. Let's see, we'll put 1 there. 1 there. Could I do 3? Oh, I might be able to get away with 3. Oh, I could. Well, if that's cleared there, I might even get a 4th one down, but yeah, that'll be fine. Oh, sorry. I keep getting burpages going. I apologize. There we go. Bring that down. While it's going down, let's grab the... Oh, this is... Wow. There's a lot of sheep on this planet, I will say that. Wow. There. Are you guys multiplying as we're talking? Is that what it is? There we go. See, I'd love to see one right at the top there saying, bah, that'd be funny. But yeah, I want to know what happened to the cows. They're missing cows. This is Igma. Igma. Okay, so it says there is at least 1 sheep, I guess that is. Either that or my game is having a funny bug for 5 minutes again. Let's have a look. Oh, yep, right there. I see him in the distance. Hello, mate. We're coming to save you. There we go. And hopefully that is all of them then. Yep. Oh, typical. Me scanner's gone down again. Oh, man. Wouldn't it be nice if you could rotate your engineers and your scientists so when one shuts down, another one takes over? But out of curiosity, okay, we just got 15 sheep there. Holy heck. That ain't bad. But yeah, obviously, need to get the drones sorted out for the mining over here. Oh, yeah. I need to set up the power grid. I'm probably going to do something like this again. Just set up a huge array above. Actually, what I might be able to do, let me come into here a sec. Nope, I want the blueprints. Come on, come back. There we go. Blueprint. Let's see. Oh no! Oh no! My game just crashed. Ooh. Desktop. Has anybody else had this come up? Because I've had this come up a few times now with Planet Crafter. The UE4 underscore Astral Colony game has crashed and will ... Fatal error. I've had this come up a couple of times recently. Not quite sure why. It knows its time. Maybe, I don't know. But yes, we're actually going to call it there. I'm going to reload and probably have to hook all back into it. I'm wondering if I had too many sheep. That might be what it is off that planet. I bet that's what it is. Just going to have a quick look to see when that last... about 10 minutes ago. Was that before I did all those? Those two planets? Let's see. Okay, so it looks like I was probably talking about that there, so... Yes. Planet 1 is not there, and planet... Yeah, okay, so it looks like we're going to have to hook onto those two planets again. There he is right there. So, okay, not too far behind. Just hooking back onto that, and then... Okay. But yes, so I'm not going to bore you with doing the duplicate thing again. We're going to call it there for today. So let's get over to the ending screen. And obviously say a big, huge thanks to all you guys for coming out today. Much, much appreciated for all your sound alerts, your bits, your stream streaks. And yes, Mr. Shawnee is up to 105. That is crazy. Just looking at that. Obviously, you got Andy up to 17. A lot of you guys are up there. But yeah, if you ever see or hear from Mr. T. Miller, please let me know as well. Oh, I do hope he is well out there. But yeah, for you guys over on YouTube, catch you later. Obviously, I will be back again on Friday, probably carrying on with my little playthrough. Obviously, we still need to get that last tech unlocked. So, yay! But for you guys on YouTube, I'll call it there, and I'll see you on Friday.